Pnawn da bawb, croeso I sesiwn wasg Cymdeithas Bodwyr Cymru. Good afternoon everyone. We have Mr Joe Allen here. So yeah, I think we'll kick off with David Pritchard.
Hi Joe, how's it going?
Hi Dav, not bad, thanks.
Start in English this time, that's okay, we'll do Welsh.
That's fine, cool.
How's it been back in camp? Big double header ahead?
Yeah, great to be back. Been looking forward to meeting up for this camp, obviously for the last few weeks. And yeah, good to get back into training and back with the group, ready to go. Like you said, two massive games for us to look forward to, and so much at stake.
That second place looks like the most realistic aim, but you've got those playoffs more or less secured anyway. You knew that coming into the campaign. Do you think sometimes the Welsh public forgets how big a deal it would be for Wales to get to a World Cup playoff? Because we've only been there once before.
Yeah, I think that's the nature maybe of qualifying for a couple of Euros competitions, and yeah, having done pretty well over the last few years, I suppose. But the World Cup is the big one, the ultimate, and you know, we're not a million miles away. There's a lot of work still to be done, but I think most people can grasp just how big it is, and like I mentioned, we all know just how much is at stake, and we're all hugely motivated to do what we need in these two games to ensure, like you say, I think that second spot realistically is the big aim for us, and it will secure a home tie hopefully in that playoff.
Yourself, Gareth Bale, Aaron Ramsey, you've all kind of spoken about how World Cup qualification would almost kind of complete your Wales careers. Is that still very much the kind of driving force when you speak amongst yourselves?
Definitely, it's the one we haven't got, we haven't experienced. We've come reasonably close in the past, but you know, fallen a little bit short. And as we all know, we're all getting that bit older now, getting towards the late stages of our career, and we realise just, you know, that time is running out a little bit, and we might not get another chance. So I don't think we could be more hungry really and more motivated to throw absolutely everything at the games ahead to try and get ourselves there.
And just on Gareth, if he plays a part in one of these games, it'll be his 100th cap. Just how big an achievement will that be, and can you even begin to sum up his contribution to Welsh football?
You know, it's difficult to put into words. He's you know, he's been phenomenal, not just in terms of his ability. We all know he's been a world-class world beater of a player. Still offers so much. Yeah, and then to get to 100 caps, you know, it's only obviously Chris who's done it. You know, before him in the men's game. So incredible! What an achievement! We all see how passionate he is to play for his country, and I think just the number of times he's turned out proves that just as much as well.
Hey Joe, how are you?
Yeah, not bad. Thanks, Beth.
Listen, two massive games, but in front of the red wall as well. It's going to be absolutely rocking, isn't it?
It is a Saturday night game. Yeah, in Cardiff, in front of what hopefully will be a packed out crowd. These are the games. This is what it's all about. The ones you really look forward to, and yeah, hopefully, if our performance can match the atmosphere that's going to be awaiting us, then it will be a good night.
Everyone's talking about the Belgium game just because of the history we kind of have with them, but Belarus is just as important. Thoughts on the two games and how different they'll be as well?
Yeah, it's quite simple really. We're setting our stall out to win Saturday against Belarus. You know, it was a tough fixture to overcome last time. We made it hard work for ourselves in many ways. So, you know, we can't rest on our laurels at all. You know, but we're confident we've got the ability to overcome them, and huge 3 points at stake, and we'll be giving everything to first and foremost get it done in that game, and we can start thinking about the Belgium game after that.
I know we've talked about as well, you know, the fact that, you know, the Welsh public and fans almost expect qualifications now because of, you know, the 2 Euros. But from your point of view, from being in the Wales squad for so long, what are the key differences, apart from obviously what managers have brought in, about why now Wales are becoming the force that you are?
I think it's something it's taken a long time to get to this stage, but I think the standards we have on every camp and in preparation for every camp is of a high level now. Any player coming in knows that they've, one, got to earn their place in the squad, and two, to get out on the pitch it's not easy. It's not an easy task. We're a squad that's got a lot of talent, young talent, obviously a good balance with experienced and older players as well, but players playing at a decent level at their clubs, and I think these are all, there's so many ingredients that go into it, but these are some of the key ones that have allowed us to get to where we are today.
And if you wouldn't mind just talking about your own personal kind of thoughts ahead of the games as well, being back. I know obviously you had that terrible injury, and I don't want to kind of delve on that too much, but it almost seems like now you're back in the swing of things and kind of as if you never were away.
Yeah, I think when you get an injury like that, you're obviously naturally full of concerns and about what will be and what the future will hold. But thankfully, like you say, getting back into the swing of it now. Been a pretty long time coming, but feel good. Things are going well at club level, and great to be, like you say, back amongst the squad, and with that injury well in the past now.
And if you wouldn't mind just a word of Gareth and his milestone. Obviously, when we speak to him, he's always quite shy to talk about his own achievements and himself. I know he's a bit of a joker and probably completely different with you, but do you think he is effectively a bit of a reluctant superstar within football?
Well, he's very modest and humble, which is one of the reasons I think we all love him so much. I touched on it earlier. I mean, he's been one of the greatest players in the world this generation, but you know, sometimes you'd never guess that from the way he is, the way he gets on with everyone, and it's an incredible milestone. It really is. I feel like I've been around the squad for so long, and I'm nowhere near 100 caps. So it's some feat to do, and once he gets it, I'm sure he'll be pretty hungry to keep going and add plenty more as well.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Joe.
Thank you.
Thanks, Beth. Lawrence Moore?
Hey, Joe. Just while we're on the Gareth Bale situation, have you got a favourite Gareth Bale moment in a Wales shirt?
Oh, there's been a few. There's loads. There's a few that stick out. I think his goal at home against Belgium is probably one. I think the free kick against Slovakia, the first goal obviously in the Euros. There's loads. I mean, there's a couple of ones that stand out.
Have you got a favourite Gareth Bale memory off the pitch for Wales?
No. Lots of good ones, but no favourite one.
Very good of you. But it is a fantastic achievement for him. And he just wears that sort of dragon on his heart, doesn't he? He's just been very open and honest all his career in how much he loves playing for Wales. Yeah, no,
he's I'd say his passion to play for his country is infectious. Really, it sort of has a big influence on the rest of us and the camp. If one of the greatest ever players feels that way about playing for their country, then it's great to see, and has a big impact throughout. So, I think we're all looking forward to him getting that milestone, and an incredible achievement.
For yourselves as a squad, obviously sort of going away the last camp and taking those 4 points, is there a lot of confidence sort of gained from those two games that you had in the last international window?
Yeah, there are. We'd love to have got 6 points. I think the Czech game, we're reasonably pleased with the draw, considering we'd gone behind in the game, but I think the performance might have warranted all three. So there are lots of positives and lots of things we'll be taking forward with us from that performance. And then a bit more of a grind in the second game to get the 3 points over the line. But we're in a good place going into this camp, into these two games, and can't wait really for Saturday night to be upon us.
So, and just finally for me, your sort of combination with Joe Morale seems to have kind of been a work in progress, but grown really well. And for somebody who's been playing sort of lower league football, his club career really hasn't kick-started yet, or it feels that way anyway. How well is he doing to play international football, and what's he sort of like as a midfield partner?
Yeah, he's been brilliant since the first camp he's been on, really. Feels like he's the type of player who feels like he's been around it for years and years. He's just, he's a very down-to-earth, sensible lad, really talented player. I think we're all expecting the club side of things to kick on. Like you say, he's shown on the international stage just what a good player he is, and he's been a real big addition to our squad over the last couple of years.
Have you been surprised that just as a last one, have you been surprised that his club career hasn't progressed the way perhaps we thought it might, given his international performances?
Yeah, I think so, but he's still a young player, starting out. He's got plenty of time to get there, and it's a situation where the cream will always rise to the top, and I'm sure he's going to prove that.
Great stuff. Cheers, Joe.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lawrence. Phil Blanche?
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Phil.
You mentioned that you sort of guys just running out of time to make the World Cup could be your last chance. Do you sort of think that, if you don't do it, there would be something really missing on your CV, given the sort of careers yourself, Gareth and Aaron have had, for Wales and beyond?
It would be. It would. I think it's the standout target for me. I can't speak for the other lads, but for me personally, it's the one thing that is absolutely at the top of the list of things I want to achieve. And as I touched on earlier, I don't think I could be more motivated really to try and be part of the experience of being in a World Cup.
There have been a few fit players down the years who've never appeared at a World Cup. I mean, it'd be a crying shame, wouldn't it? Someone of Gareth's ability never got that opportunity.
Yeah, Gareth and Aaron, I think. Two players who I think belong on that stage. Certainly in terms of their ability alone, but also just in terms of what they've done in international football, really, for years and years. Have shown huge quality, and I think it would be fitting if they did get that chance.
Thanks, Joe. All the best.
Cheers, Phil.
Thanks, Phil. Phil Cadden?
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Phil.
Just wanted to ask you a quick one about your coaching badges. I saw Tails was the first one to pass in the week. Was that a surprise?
That he's passed?
That he was the first one?
No. To be honest, he's set the standard up. Really, he's done really well. He's done a lot of coaching, got a lot of the hours in. He's left a lot of us behind, to be honest with you. I think him passing and getting that done could be the kick up the backside the rest of us need.
Yeah, and just when you look across the Premier League and the Championship, there seems to be a lot of managers and coaches that have come through the Welsh pathway. Why do you think that is, and what would you say about the course that you've taken?
Well, I think people like Osh have had a huge influence on a lot of young coaches, a lot of young managers. I think people seem to really enjoy the course. There's certainly a word of mouth feel to it. A lot of people pass on their good experience, and we attract people from all over the world at this point. So we're doing something right on those courses, and from my experience of being involved in it, I can see why. And especially in the last few years, you're seeing more and more managers who've come through the system coaching and managing at a really high level. So I think it's proud that they've chosen that route.
Just finally, has it been difficult for you to do it while you're playing, and where are you sort of at in your coaching status?
I think I could easily make excuses here that there's not enough time, or it's difficult when you're playing. I've been a little bit lazy, if I'm honest, Phil. Could probably have put a few more hours into it, but there's plenty of time for that.
Great, thanks, Phil.
Thanks.
Thanks, Phil. David Pritchard yn Gymraeg?
Helo, eto, Joe.
Iawn, diolch. Okay.
Yeah, good. So dwy gêm bwysig iawn I ddod. Siwma'r teimlad yn y garfan yn hyn o bryd?
Mae'n un llawn hyder. Dwi'n meddwl 2 gêm a perfformiad dda tro diwethaf, mis diwethaf. Felly pawb yn edrych ymlaen nawr, 2 gêm enfawr. Y gêm gyntaf yn siawns I ni perfformio cael 3 phwynt. Gobeithio. Ac wedyn gallwn ni canolbwyntio ar y gêm yn erbyn Gwlad Belg ar ôl.
Siw mae'r teimlad ar ôl y gemau diwethaf, mae perfformiadau calonogol iawn yn enwedig yr un yn erbyn y Weriniaeth Tsiec fis yn ôl. Ych chi'n teimlo fel bod hyder yn cynyddu wrth chi ddod at diwedd yr ymgyrch?
Gathon ni siom I beidio ennill yn erbyn Estonia gatref, ond chwarae teg i'r grŵp. Nethon ni cur yn ôl gyda perfformiad gwych yn erbyn y Tsiec. Yn anffodus gathon ni ddim ond 1 pwynt, ond falle oedd yn heiddi y 3. Ond ethon ni mewn i'r gêm ar ôl hynna, cael y 3 pwynt. Ac nawr ni mewn sefyllfa llawer well. Gyda ein dyfodol yn ein dwylo ni, sori. 2 gêm gwych I edrych ymlaen I, yn wedi wrth ystyried fod y 2 gatref o flaen ein torf.
Mae'n edrych yn realistig tawr ail safle bydd y gôl nawr. Mae'n edrych mwy lai bod chi'n sicr o gael lle yn y gemau ail gyfle. Faint o gamp fydde hynny wrth ystyried bod Cymru dim ond I chwarae mewn un cwpan byd a dim ond I fod yn y gemau ail gyfle unwaith?
Dwi'n meddwl gyda llwyddiant ni wedi cael yn y flynyddoedd diwethaf. Weithiau mae pobl yn anghofio faint mor enfawr yw'r siawns yma I cael ein hunan yn cwpan y byd fydd yn y llwyddiant mwyaf dwi'n meddwl. Mae'r chwaraewyr yma yn gwybod hynna ac mae pawb yn edrych ymlaen taflu popeth mewn i'r gemau er mwyn cyrraedd.
Pan da ni'n meddwl am y grŵp o chwaraewyr blaenllaw dros y blynyddoedd diwethaf, da ni'n meddwl amdano chi, Gareth Bale, Alan Ramsey. Chi gyd I sôn am bwysigrwydd cyrraedd cwpan byd yn eich gyrfa chi. Pa mor arbennig bydde fe I chwarae mewn cwpan byd am y tro cyntaf?
Bydd e'n gwych. Dyna targed, yn personol targed cyntaf fi. Mae ar top y list. Ac fel wnaeth ni, dwi'n chwaraewr sydd ddim gyda llawer o flynyddoedd ar ôl yn y gêm, felly dwi'n gwybod falle fydd yma siawns olaf I fi cyrraedd cwpan y byd, felly mor pwysig I fi taflu popeth mewn iddo fo, ac mae'r 2 gêm nesaf yn pwysig iawn mwyn ceisio cyrraedd hwnna.
Ac wrth sôn am Gareth, wrth gwrs mae fe'n nesau at y garreg fellyr mawr, cant o gapiau, dwi'n un I ffwrdd. Faint o gamp yw hwnna?
Mae'n anhygoel I cyrraedd cant o gapiau. Mae'n ddangos faint mor pwysig mae di fod I chwarae dros Cymru. Mae'n anhygoel I fe ac wrth gwrs Chris o blaen I cael mor gymaint o gemau dros ei wlad.
Ti wedi bod yna am nifer o'r gemau efo Gareth. Os gen ti hoff gol, Gareth Bale, I hoff foment?
Y 2 sydd yn sefyll allan, y gol yn erbyn Gwlad Belg gatref. Dwi'n meddwl y free kick yn erbyn Slovakia yn y gêm gyntaf yn yr Euros. Dyna 2 o'r sydd yn dod syth I meddwl.
A ti wedi bod yn ymarfer dy fe? Wythnos yma, ydy yn edrych fel bod e'n digon ffit I ware y gemau yma?
Gefn ni weld, mae'n edrych, pob tro mae'n ymarfer, mae'n edrych yn gwych. Mae'n chwaraewr mor cryf. Felly popeth yn edrych yn iawn ac gobeithio bydd allan ar y ca nos Sadwrn yn helpu ni cael 3 phwynt.
Ti'n sôn bod yna am y gol yn erbyn Gwlad Belg 6 mlynedd yn ôl. Falle gewn ni un foment bach arall o hyd a lledrith Gareth Bale yn erbyn Gwlad Belg?
Gobeithio. Gewn ni weld.
Diolch, John.
Diolch fawr.